Hotels, they can be hit or miss. You can have a glorious, amazing experience, or you can be sent to the dirtiest place on earth.
This is a rat hole, isn't it?
And in today's video, I want to make sure nobody has that bad experience. So we are going to be making a 5-star hotel. Let's get started. So for the exterior, I'm thinking we have to make this massive. But really, the key thing that's going to make this hotel stand out is these side pieces. Basically, we're going to have big curvy bits here. And I was thinking, in each of these, we could perhaps have the gym and the spa. And I know what you're thinking, Reese's. Why the hell are you building a hotel? This is the most randomest thing to be doing.
Why? Why?
Honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know why I do anything these days. I'm just delusional. Anyway, we'll make the hallways very big because we want to be able to fit everyone. Are you kidding me right now?
Did I really build this uneven? We're 2 minutes in.
As I was saying, I want the corridors to be very thick. Now, the hotel is actually going to be a little bit fraudulent because it looks absolutely massive from the front. But then from the back, it's going to be
Quite small.
So really, all we have here is the reception, the 2 hallways, the spa, the gym. Then obviously the last thing we need to add is the rooms. So I was thinking 8 by 6 for the rooms works fabulously. And with some quick maths, we have 8 hotel rooms. And then the final one is going to be the presidential suite. I'm so excited for this. And this is the only one that's going to be 2 stories high. So there we go. Mate, this is enormous. So we still haven't finished though. This is sort of what I like to call the real hotel. Now we're going to be adding in all the fake bits. Basically, all this is going to be doing is adding a little bit of depth to our build, but we're not actually going to be able to add anything in these rooms.
That's suspicious.
So basically, I'm just adding squares galore. Oh my gosh, this looks mad. We, of course, also want this to stretch along, for example, the hallways. And even this, I guess we could add a little oval. Now it's time for the roofs. And this is where you're going to understand why we can't put rooms in here. Basically, because the roofs are going to be taking up most of the space.
37 seconds later.
Honestly, I think that slays. So next up, I guess we're going to have to fix this front bit. And I have one very, very easy solution. We're going to use the archway. This is such an underrated custom shape thing, build structural. But look, when you do that, it just makes a perfect archway. This kind of looks like a big dog kennel. Now, as for the roofs, we're actually going to go kind of almost silly. We're going to have brick golden roofs. And then as for the walls, they're actually just going to be mainly white. And then we're going to use wall trim to sort of help out with the rest. And there we have it, guys. Everything is colored and this looks epic. I can't go over how good this looks. I have colored one wall slightly wrong there, but this is incredible. So next up, we need to do the big grand driveway because we can't have a hotel this luxurious without a big wrapping round. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm not going to lie. I've actually never been very good at doing these. And it's so hard trying to get it all equals pequals on every side, but I actually think I'm managing. I think I'm managing. And there we go. That's looking pretty grand. And then in the middle, we'll have a little platform for a fountain. Yeah, baby. As for the fences, normally I would never do this, but it's a very special occasion today. Actually adding these fences on the ground floor. But like I say, special occasion, special occasion. Now, I don't know how many cars I have in my inventory. Hopefully a limo. Oh yeah, babes. So we can have a limo this side and then maybe an old vintage Rolls Royce this side. Now, I would love to add a big grass thing here and just be so simple about it, you know, do this. But then that's going to be invading all the rooms. It's not going to work. So sadly, we're going to have to do it the good old-fashioned way. By the way, if your grid ever disappears, you've actually pressed the H key. So that can actually be very, very useful to know. Also, guys, random side note, who wants to see a picture of my cat? I just took this picture of her the other day. She was just lying on the lawn and I thought, you look so cute. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. Also, before you even comment it, I know she is the most NPC looking cat ever. She looks like the cat off the cat food box, but she's so adorable. And wow, adding that in, this looks so fancy. I can't. I mean, yes, it's taking a little bit longer than a classic hotel would, but it's absolutely worth it. Now, just for the windows, do you remember me saying the wall trims were going to help us? And then we're going to use wall trims to sort of help out with the rest. Basically, we're going to make these all golden as well. And this is the only problem about having such a massive build, is that it takes absolutely yonks to put all the wall trims in. And now is for the moment you've all been waiting for, the windows. What windows are we actually going to put in here? Personally, the curved window I actually think is going to have to make an appearance. This building is far too grand to ignore this piece of beauty.
You're as beautiful as the day I lost you.
Oh my my gosh, have I actually been so stupid? I forgot it doesn't really work if you have wall trims. You basically just have to place it very, very carefully. So maybe we could have that with, what are these windows called? Standard. I have no idea if this is going to work because I'm not used to working with these windows. But does that look good? I actually think it does. It's different. No, it is nice. It's unusual, actually.
It's unusual. It's unusual. It is.
And don't get me wrong, not every window is going to have that. But these ones along the front here, they simply needed something grand. But I would be a little bit foolish if I didn't at least try the factory window. Honestly, guys, I actually think that looks horrifying. And I think it's nice to switch up a little bit. So I'm actually going to leave those default ones. Let's get them placed everywhere then. And then to fix this sort of blandness at the bottom, I'm actually adding quite a bold, chunky wall trim. But once again, it's paid off, guys. I'm loving this new style. And this is giving like Caesar's Palace. Then as for these ones up here, I feel like we could use the circle. I'm literally going such out of my comfort zone today. And in fact, all of these big ones could have the circle. And up here, we could go for the simple ones. I'm not going to lie, this is totally giving 2018 Bloxburg. But honestly, it's a vibe in 2024, guys. And then we'll just finish these corner ones off with some more windows. Woo! And there we go, guys. All of the windows are now in. I even added some cute little birch trees, you know, a little throwback to Minecraft. And then you might be wondering, what is this blob here? Well, that's actually going to be the hotel logo. So I'm going to quickly change that now because there's nothing worse than just having a big purple blob on your plot. So now the moment we've all been waiting for, time to head inside. And wow. So like I said, this whole area here is going to be the check-in, which calls for a chandelier. But lots of you guys, and I mean a lot of you, have been telling me to stop wasting my money on the 4K chandelier and that this one is just as beautiful. And honestly, I'm deciding to agree with you because these, yes, they are still quite expensive, but rather than 8 grand, it's only 3. But of course, we all knew that that was never going to be enough. We're also going to have plenty of these ones underneath the ground. As for the floor, I was thinking we could do big old checkers. We'd be here all day if I was to do normal ones, but if we do each one as 4x4, that is literally speeding up by 4 times. And that looks amazing. And as usual in these rooms, we're going to need multiple chandeliers. So I'm actually going to make a shorter variant, which we're going to have trickle through the hallways. And finally, just a little bit of painting. Now, back here, we are actually going to make this very grand. So remember, this here is actually the entryway to the presidential suite. So we want lots of big pillars there to sort of symbolize something grand is in the making. So I think we might as well do this lobby now that we're in here. And we're going to be using quite modern things. And as I'm building this, oh my gosh, I need to give you guys a little update. Basically, a few videos ago, I told you guys I was watching 911 and I've now finished it. But honestly, I highly recommend you guys, after you've watched this video, go and start watching 911. Well, if you're like, I think it's like a 16 or a 14, make sure you know that is appropriate for you. But like I say, I just have to recommend it to you guys. It's basically about the police and firefighters. Anyway, really fancy hotels like this actually always have fruit bowls and stuff that you often get... Can I talk? You often get offered some fruit or some champagne on arrival. I wish we could have big windows here, but obviously there's actually rooms in there. So that actually, no, there's not. I've just had the most amazing idea. We're gonna add basically fakeness in here, which sounds bad. Like, Reese's, why are you adding fakeness? Basically, what is a really thin tree? Maybe this one. We need one that's not too thin, but can go really high up like that. Yeah, looks like a big poo. We don't want it that coloured. And then we'll make it all striped and elegant and fancy. And you guys could probably guess what the next thing I'm going to do is. That's right. Now, of course, we do need to colour it in here. But honestly, slay. To cover up this little oopsie daisy here, I think the simple thing to do is just going to be adding some sofas. Now, as for this big chunky bit of an area, basically, we're going to go and do my little carpet building hack. Can Bloxburg not lag for one day? Honestly, guys, is it just my computer and my Wi-Fi? It probably is. So I've told you guys how to do this a million times, but just in case you are new, basically you get yourself a rug. I'm actually gonna make this blue. Then you just basically twist it around. It's the easiest building hack ever. Then I thought it could be quite cool to have 4 chairs facing inwards. I mean, this does look a little bit like an Illuminati meeting now, but that's okay. Now, I'm almost forgetting that this is actually a hotel. We're gonna need some of those, what are they called? I can never remember. Oh, commercial tray. That's really not that hard to remember, is it? Basically, you know that thing that they carry all your luggage around on? And then basically I'm just finishing it off with some more sofas. And I think I've managed to fill this space up without making it look too copy and pasty. So I guess the final thing to do is now add in the doors. And I've just realized there was meant to be rooms above here, but I think what I'm actually going to do is just void these out. And that's not to be a lazy bones Jones. That's simply because I much prefer having this hallway as 2 stories high. I think if it was just 1 story, it would look pretty pathetic. So next up, shall we go and do the spa? I do feel like getting some jets running around my body.
Bombastic side eye.
I love the spa, guys. If you watch the channel, you know I love the spa. And I don't know what the hell I'm trying to do there. As for the walls in here, we're once again gonna go for the white. I'm sorry if you guys like hate the color white. This video is definitely not gonna be for you. And I've noticed 2 mistakes. First of all, this bush, get the hell out. I don't know how we're meant to fix that. Maybe we're just gonna have to put the bush there and hopefully no one is a skinny legend and can't fit through there. The next oopsie daisy is this window is actually uneven, so. And then of course we're gonna need some lights in here. So when it comes to the spa rooms and rooms that are obviously for the entire hotel to use, I think we should actually put commercial doors. Because how I feel this is, I feel like this might have been an old ancient palace, which they've actually converted into a hotel. Yes, I do like to make storylines for my builds.
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm restaurant. My Uncle Junior works there, who is a Jehovah's Witness.
And then we'll have this entire wall as glass. So right at the end, we're going to make sure to put the hot tub. We might actually have to delete this middle part of the floor because I forgot spas often have pools in them as well. When I went to Greece this year, I spent almost the entire time in the spa, guys. Honestly, I'm a little fishy at heart. It's honestly so peaceful. And look how beautiful it looks in this lighting as well. Now, I'm actually going to base this off that Greece spa, which sounds bad. I mean Greece the country, not Greece like greasy face. Basically, there was a lot of these at each end, and basically they were meant to jet on your back. Honestly, one of them almost killed me. It like jetted me to the bottom of the pool. I was like, that's meant to be relaxing. And no beach balls or anything are allowed in there. Now, I have just remembered something very, very important, guys, and I think we might have to actually stop the spa and go and do it. It is water slides on the front of the hotel. I just had this in my mind since the beginning, and for some reason, I completely forgot. So I don't know how the hell we're going to access these, but I just simply had to do it. So we're going to have them hanging off here. So it's not even going to be a flat start. It's going to be mental chicken oriental. This poor birch tree is going to need to move. And oh my gosh, shall we have them landing in the front porch? That is sick. But the only way to know is to place one on the other side as well. Oh yeah, I forget we're gonna have to actually do it all from scratch, aren't we? Honestly, guys, I love that. I know that's not gonna be to everyone's taste, but it's making my taste buds go. So back to the spa, which we so rudely just left. This poor birch tree poking through has actually given me an idea. Let's have some real trees in here, you know, get the oxygen flowing. And then over here, we're actually gonna have a little bit where you can get your nails done. We're basically just gonna have 3 little counters set up. Oh my gosh, fun fact, when I was on holiday, guys, I had a pedicure for the first time. If you've never had one, go and get one right now. I had it about 2 weeks ago. My feet are still glistening perfect. Or at one point, she was actually grating my foot off and it was tickling so much. It was so embarrassing. I was just laughing so much throughout the whole thing. But honestly, it makes you feel so fresh. So definitely go and do it. So next up, rather than going to do the gym, I think we should do the bog standard bedroom. So we're obviously only going to be doing one of these and then the rest will just be a copy and paste mission. Although I'm not actually going to slack on the floor. I think we should still be doing that marble ring. As for the wallpapers, we're going to have a feature wall and I've actually got a texture in mind. Guys, do not kill me if I use this, okay? I kind of thought this against the back wall would look really, really nice, but now I've actually placed it. No, I think maybe though, we could do like a cool, like maybe kind of a beachy vibe. Just have one wall as a panel, as a feature wall sort of sitch. So hotel rooms need bedrooms and bathrooms. So we're actually going to have an open bathroom concept, which is sickening to the core. Is we're basically going to have the bathtub, just a standalone bathtub, you know, just in the middle here, looking absolutely glorious. I was thinking we could have maybe a counter system here of tables. Anyway, we're going to have a his and hers toilet because what's more romantic than pooing at the same time? And oh my gosh, I don't have any waterfall. I don't have any internet either, apparently. There we go, I am back now. And what was I even blathering on about? Oh yes, a his and hers toilet. And I'd say that's all you really need in the bathroom, other than perhaps some plants we can put on the side. Then as for the bed, where should we put that? Maybe this one actually kind of is giving the most hotel looking bed. So I think we'll do several different rooms as an example. This one is going to be a family suite. Also a vanity here is sort of the perfect thing to put on the other side of that bathroom. And my family actually had a room like this somewhere. There was no door on the bathroom. And like everyone had to leave the room if you wanted a shower. And there we go. This looks amazing. The only thing it's really missing is a little bit of light. Let's go and add the basin for all the other ones. All we have left is a presidential suite and the gym. So I think we'll do the gym because this is a little less exciting than a presidential suite. The entire floor in here is going to be marble. Once again, this window is also uneven. What was I doing on this part?
What the hell happened here?
And if you're wondering how long I've been filming for, only an hour and a half so far, guys. So if you want this hotel, you can build it in an hour and a half. And in fact, just before I forget, I'm actually going to like zoom out and show you the dimensions. I know it's not crystal clear, but there you go. This is the dimensions. And strangely, it's actually been a while since I've built a gym. Why is all my things locked? Oh, for a second there, I was like, why is it locked the treadmill? But then I remember this is just like the ultra good treadmill. I still really want a squat rack. I'm so sad I don't have that. One of these days, guys, I'm going to get that, okay? And then I'm going to surprise you when I build a really good gym. But hotel gyms, they don't really have much equipment, but they do have it very close together. And there is our gym. So finally, we are going to be doing the presidential suite. I've just realized we can actually give the presidential suite access to this tree as well. And on my second thought, I actually don't really want to ruin this with an upstairs. I'd rather have it as a 2-story room. And what I mean by not wanting to ruin it is I kind of want to have these big windows here. And if we were to put a big floor in the way, it would make everything rubbish. Also, for the walls, we're going to be getting a little bit more modern, a little bit more crazy in here. And using these, because ever since I found out you could resize these, my life has just never been the same, guys. So I don't know about you, but I personally think along here, we need a big, grand dining table. When are you ever going to need a table this big in your hotel room? But at the same time, you totally need it. As for the kitchen, I think we could have that over on this side. We'll make sure that you literally have everything you could ever need in this kitchen. Microwave, yes. 2 ovens, absolutely. And wow, this kitchen is looking very, very bland without a espresso machine. I remember what I said about big rooms earlier. If all else fails, use this carpet. And am I remembering everything? I think that is just about everything. I am so excited to be a resident here. Okay, chickens, here we are outside the hotel. This is truly just an eye masterpiece. It makes your eyes feel amazing. The value of this plot as well is only $864,000, which I know I'm saying only, but look at it. Look at it, for $868,000, that is good. So I think for this hotel, you'd probably be picked up in a limo. I'm making my way downtown, walking fast, feast is past and I'm homebound. So yes, you would then be dropped at the front and look at your beautiful view. But first, the water slides. Now there's no official way to get up here, but you know, I like to do things my own way. Oh, and I wasn't gonna add a $50,000 water slide without trying it. Woo! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm kind of regretting adding shallow now. I just broke both my legs. Anyway, as you go inside, this is just, it's just splendor. It really is just amazingly grand. And I'm actually glad I didn't fill the walls up with paintings because that can actually ruin it. Anyway, enough about what I didn't do. Let's look at what I did do. So you wouldn't be having no nasty person here. They'd be all deluxe to you. They'd be like, hello, welcome to the Riverfront Hotel. And these kind of hotels, you can actually come here just for a spa day or just for like a little food. So that's exactly where we're going to be heading, the spa. So let's say we have our spa day. Oh my gosh, I would feel amazing in here. Now, do I have a spa outfit? I'm pretty sure I actually do, guys. Oh yeah, babes, get me in the spa. So this is where you could do your little bobbing around, floating around, just having a chat, you know, with maybe some people you meet in here or whoever you've gone with, that kind of stuff. We also have our little nail bits. You can get your makeup done, your nails done, whatever you fancy, and get a very good view of the hotel. Or you can actually go in the jacuzzi itself and just chill. So next up, we have a plethora of bedrooms. The first one is the couple's suite, maybe if you're doing like a double date. And this is what the bathrooms look like. They look very similar on all of them. And yeah, I absolutely love the design of this. Also, I don't know what glitched this toothbrush. Like, they just stood up. It looks so funny. Next up, we have the first one that I did. This is more of the family one. And of course, the bathroom here is the same. And I can't get over the archway as well. I feel like a chandelier is needed there. It's a bit dingy and dark, but that's fine. As we go over to these ones, it's just more of the same thing, but with a little bit of a different layout. And I've just realized I've forgotten the vanity in a lot of these rooms. That's very disappointing in me. And then of course the gym, and I had a feeling that this was not going to work. So, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in 2020 again. Let's try and glitch in. Does that even work these days? I feel like they must have patched that. Oh my gosh, they still haven't patched glitching after everything. Yeah. Anyway, this is the gym. It's actually so nice. If my gym looked like this, to be fair, I would totally be working out in it every day. Although I say that about everything. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the presidential suite. You actually get guided behind the counter to go here. And look at these big grand pillars welcoming you in. And oh no, it looks like I'm dead. Look at the ghost of me. No, I'm joking. As we walk in, this just looks insane. I forgot a bathroom. I'm so silly. It doesn't matter though. We've got the bed, we've got the gorgeous kitchen, and then to finish it off, the dining room. So there we have it, guys. That is the Grand Hotel. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one.